Hello, my friends, my trucking friends. Welcome. I'm Making Maria. I'm your Chalk Couture independent designer, and tonight we are continuing right along our little journey of all things leaner signs. Tonight I have a super big sign that we actually created last year, but we never made anything on the other side, and I like to make my signs double-sided because it saves on storage space. And we're going to use the same transfer but for two completely different seasons. So I'm going to show you a trick on how you can take your transfer and use it totally differently than it was designed to be made. So that is our plan for the evening. I'm going to find you guys here. Welcome, welcome. If you're new to our little chalking party, say hello. Tell me where you are from. I love it when people talk to me while I create. You seem a little crooked to me though. I'm gonna hope that we don't lose internet tonight. Again, we have some bad storms. We had really, really bad storms last night. Lots of people got in, lots of trees down, lots of, I have a black screen. Can you guys see me? That's kind of wild. Mine just gives me a black screen of me. Oh, there we go. It's not a black screen. So, welcome everybody. So, tonight I have a really, really, really long yellow, very yellow board that we made last year. And we did this board with the Country Woven Plaid in 4 different colors. The plaid on here is, I'm going to bring it closer to you so you can see it. We did this in Copper Shimmer, Cadet, Curry, which is an old yellow, which is the same as Harvest, only it's not a shimmer, and Storm. We did the background on this big, huge board. I'm going to break something in here. We did this big, huge board, and it stayed on my mantle all fall. But this Harvest transfer, I'm going to break something because this is a big board. This Harvest transfer is retired. I have one of them, and it's part of the Make It Monday bundle in the Making Maria Crafty community. So if you're not in there, you want to be in there because that's where all the cool things happen. My phone just wants to give me a black screen, but I think I can see me on my iPad, so I think we're okay. All right, so Harvest is the transfer, and the letters actually go horizontally, which is unusual. But it's kind of cool that it does go horizontally. I don't like to cut my transfers apart because they're nice and evenly spaced. It makes it much easier. It also comes with a bunch of wheat, some doohickeys, and a pumpkin. So it's got some nice elements that you can play with and create other things with. However, one of the kind of, fun little things about the word harvest is you can also make the word Easter out of the harvest. And I just happen to have it on a yellow board. And that is completely coincidental. Did not do that on purpose at all. So I have a really pretty yellow board that we're going to put Happy Easter on so that next year I can just flip the board around. Right? Right. So the question is, should we do it vertically or should we do it horizontally? We're going to stick a happy on the end. In order to do this, I do need to cut the letters out, which I'll get over it. I'm young, right? I can always, use placement tape or actually measure. Your transfers have little cut lines, so if you're not familiar with Chalk Couture, we make adhesive silkscreen transfers, Chalkology paste, Couture paste, surfaces that you can create on, and accessories to make chalking. Super easy and super fun. And it is super easy and super fun. Absolutely, positively, anybody can do this. If I can do this, anybody can do this. I do need to cut them all out. So, I'm concentrating, sorry. So what do you think? Because it's horizontally on the other side, we could do it horizontally on this side. It is a big sign though. So you have to have a lot of room. So E-A-S-T we're going to use this as our space R. Oh, it's not half bad. We can make it work. And then, because we still have to put happy, E-A-S-T-E-R. So if we space them accordingly, we put our little happy. So in order to put happy on here, because obviously the words that the transfer comes with are, there's no words, there's pumpkins and wheat. Has nothing to do with Easter. So I did pull out, like look at, we could do happy Easter, but it's way too little for the size of the letters. We have I pulled out some Easter eggs. We could do Easter eggs. I pulled out a happy from a different transfer, but I still think that's too small. I was kind of thinking happy from Happy Halloween is pretty big. It's a pretty nice size. So we could do happy at an angle and then Easter. But do you think I should do it horizontally? If you got a board that had, if you got a board that had horizontal on one side and vertical on the other side, would you think that that's weird? I'm not making this for myself. I think I'm gonna put it in the raffle stuff. So I'm just trying to decide. We're gonna do white, nothing super fancy. We might, you know, if we're gonna do some Easter eggs or things like that, we could do some fun colors. But I do think that the letters alone are kind of a statement piece. So I don't really think we wanna put too much embellishing on here. We're gonna do Happy Easter. We're gonna use the actual spacing of the transfers, so we're gonna, you know, stick with that. So maybe we'll just do a little edging with something fun on each, you know, maybe just a, you know, an element that it's kind of like the other side, where the whole other side of this, and I realize it's not Easter, so why am I making an Easter sign? Because it's almost fall, and we have the fall of the harvest. This is very hard for you to see. I apologize. So we have harvest on one side with the country woven plaid, or the woven plaid. The new one is the country woven plaid. It has the woven plaid as a background behind it. So I think we're going to just do a little bit of an element on each side. We're going to try that. It's a big board, so I got to make room on my table so that I can push the board down so you can see. I think that's, unfortunately, as good as I'm going to get. So if we do happy at an angle, let me go. And we do, I'm going to just start placing the letters on the board so I can kind of get a feel for where we put in stuff. So it's kind of nice when you have a completely different word that you can make out of the letters from your transfer. So obviously harvest is harvest, but thankfully it also spells Easter. So it's like an extra bonus, right? I want to make sure we're straight, so I might even pull out, oh my gosh, I'm going to pull out the laser level. Haven't used that. You know it's getting serious when the laser level comes out, right? E-A-S-T. Sorry, I got quiet. I had to concentrate on getting my tea down. So, did everybody have a good day? Are you having fun? What's going on? Anybody got anything fun going on? I'm going to, again, use this as my spacer. I'm going to put down our E. Right, they're all the same width, right? Yep, there. I'm just using this as my spacer. And then I'm going to stick my R. There's really not a ton of room. This is a 5-foot board. So I am going to pull out the laser level just to make sure that I am straight, because I am placing each individual letter down. So if you don't have one of these, I highly recommend them. This is a scrapbooking tool, and it has laser levels. It has 2 of them. It has 2, one on each side. So when you turn them on, you get your little laser light. And then you put it on your surface, and it will give you a straight line. Assuming your board's not too thick, that it hides it. So sometimes you gotta, I realize you can't see what I'm doing, so if you give me a minute, I'll make it so you can see what I'm doing. But first I gotta figure out a way to get this up. Let's try actually putting it on the board. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna move you so you can see what I'm trying to do over here. So see over here, I'm like lining up the level. And see, it creates the red line. I don't know, you can't see it, but it creates the red line all the way down the board. Kind of. But because my board is, this is meant for paper crafting, so it's not super thick. My board is thicker, so I need to prop it up on something that's level. So let's try this and see. Ooh, that worked. Perfect. Okay, that worked. So I'm gonna get my R. So I'm just putting my laser level line at the bottom of my R, and then I'm gonna go down the row and make sure here. So then I'm just gonna make sure that my letters line up on the line. That will also help me with making sure that my letters are straight. Lift my T up a little bit. Don't put your arm in the way of the level, because then it blocks it. It's a trick. Now, if you have a husband that has a laser level in his workshop, that will work too. Any kind of laser level will help you get straight and on your line. Because that's the big key. Just making sure you're nice and straight. I think that's actually a pretty good one, my S. But somehow I got my spacing off. I gotta move my S over. Okay. Gotta move them all over because I got my spacing off here somehow. And then you just hope that the tools you're using are accurate and you've lined them up right. Otherwise, you end up with a crooked board, which isn't the end of the world. But it's not any fun either. Because you spend all this time, energy, and effort on it, right? You want it to be right. Okay. And then we'll come back with the E. Okay. R, T, S, A, E. All right. We are good with the exception of our E that we're going to need to put in here as we go. I'm going to seal down all my transfers so that I get all the beautiful detailing of these letters. This one has a little air, so I'm going to push that air out. You don't want any air because air will give you bubble and a bleed. All right, so I want to push this back now. Or can I turn you so you can see as I chalk? All right, we're gonna try that. All right, so I'm going to take my white Chalkology paste, because we're just going to do white. I'm just going to use a small squeegee. I'm going to take the angled side of my squeegee and I'm going to dip it in my chalk paste like so. Load it up. And then I'm going to just hold it down. These are big, beautiful letters that have some great detail in them. They are a little distressed, and that's on purpose. It's actually made that way. So I'm just going to pull. Ooh, that E is so pretty. I forgot my water bath again, so I'm just going to lay them sticky side up right behind me because I need that E again. Right? Actually, we should just do the E right away before the paste dries on my transfer. So we're going to finish up our A, and then we're going to go back and we're going to do our E. So I'm just simply sliding, kind of gliding my chalk paste over. Let's get our E here. All lined up nice, neat, and pretty. Perfect. So we can get our E. Now I didn't really, you notice I didn't really stick it down. So I'm gonna be careful in my chalking and try to, you know, not go back and forth lots of times or in lots of different directions. But it's good and stuck, so we're not real too worried about it. Okay, so now I have my other E. Are you with me? Can you see what I'm doing? Okay, we can get our S. So the big question is what to do kind of on, oh, I didn't do a happy. We gotta get happy on here. So we will get happy on here. So I'm just slowly sliding, just kind of scraping. It's an actual like squeegee is how you want to do it. You're taking all that extra chalk paste off with you. Don't leave it behind, it's just a waste of chalk paste. So now we can take our S and our T. Oh, this looks so pretty on the yellow. It's just kind of a nice warm golden yellow. So now I'm dropping things behind me. Hang on. It's just a nice pretty color. Can you see the R? Okay, we can put the laser level away now. We're done with that. So that very much helped us. And I'm gonna move you back to where you normally are because it's confusing to me that you're not where you normally are. So I talk to where I think you guys are and you're not, I'm not there. Okay, there we go. So let's put our R, get our R. So I'm sorry if I'm making you seasick because I'm moving you around. So what I really want to do is we're going to put happy on. See how much space that takes up. And then I think we're just going to do some quick little bands on the end. Not necessarily something Easter-ish, just an element I think we're going to use. So this is, again, anytime you have any transfer that says harvest on it, you can totally take that transfer and flip it around to make the word Easter, because it has the same letters. I mean, I can't really, I thought about this for a while today. I couldn't really come up with any other words that you'd want to put on a sign necessarily that you can spell with those letters. Vest, obviously. Harvest. H-A-V-E, have. But you know, Easter was kind of the big win. Okay, so I'm just wiping off my squeegee. I'm going to just put my lid on my chalk paste real quick while we move things around so we can put our, so we have, so far, we have harvest on the one side and we have Easter on the other side. Okay, I don't want to mess around with it too much because my chalk paste is still wet. Slide it down as far as I can before it hits the wall. so you can see where so here we're going to put happy at an angle. Our E is almost dry. We're going to put craft dryer and finish him off. And we're going to take oops, I got my S stuck. Because I have letters everywhere. I forgot my water bath again. I know, you're also shocked and surprised, right? So we're going to take happy and kind of do it at an angle. But we need to dry our E first, because if we set the transfer down, oops, I'm not plugged in. If we set the transfer down, it'll smudge it. So this harvest transfer is long retired. However, I do have one. If somebody wants it, it's part of the Make It Monday bundle in the Making Maria Crafty community. So if you're not in there, you want to be, because that's where fun things happen. You can message me, comment, add me, or put in your search bar Making Maria's Crafty community and request to join. It's very simple. It's a free little crafting community. You just have fun in there. Okay, so I'm just making sure my E is dry so I don't smudge it. I could work on all the letters, but you don't need, you don't really want to watch me do that, do you? So I'm just really making sure I'm dry. Okay. And I am. So we're going to take, this is, again, a retired Happy Halloween. I think I have one of these too. I might have one of these. Maybe not. I'm going to take that off its transfer. And we're going to just do happy at an angle. Not too much of an angle. And we might go up a little high, because we could stick a little, no, we don't, no Easter eggs, right? No Easter eggs. We're not doing Easter eggs, right? You think? No. It's really weird to me that I'm talking about Easter, quite honestly. But it just worked out so perfectly with the word harvest. It was like, okay, well, how can we not? So I'm going to stick this down because I don't think my A is completely dry, and that way I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to seal it up. I'm truly just doing the word happy. Oops, I'm not doing anything else. I'm going to pull out a little mini squeegee, take my angle side, dip it right in my chalk paste like so, and just do the happy. So this is, I talk often about when you have elements in transfers and pieces that are important. You can get as creative with these transfers as you want, or you can just make them the way they're designed. Sometimes it's fun, to look at a transfer and think, oh, how many other things could I make with that transfer? Sometimes you just, you know what, I just love it the way it is, and I want to make it the way it is, and I'm happy with it. But it is one of the really nice features about these, is you can totally get creative with them. Like, look, I mean, we're using a Halloween, Easter, and a... All right, we have outdone ourselves. Does anybody watch Glow Up? Glow Up is this crazy show my daughter watches about makeup, and the lady always says, ding dong. I might have to steal that. We made a total ding dong. She's dying a million deaths if she could hear me say that right now. She's 13. Her mother's embarrassing. Oh well. And I'm telling you, she won the jackpot in embarrassing mothers. But all right, so we have our happy from Happy Halloween, and then we spelled the word Easter from the harvest transfer. We have outdone ourselves here this evening. So what I want to do now is I want to clean up things out of my way so that we have room to move. Because again, this is a very long board. This is a 5 foot long. It feels like it's a 6 foot, but I know it's only 5 feet. But on the edge here, I want to put an element because I don't want that much empty space. So I was thinking, if I can find it quick, because of course, why would I have grabbed it when I came down here? There's a new, well, this would be cute too. Okay, this is an option. We have this really fun detail from the bloom transfer. we could do that, just a band. I mean, we could even do it this way. Just 2 little bands, but what I really want to do is the new, I think it's in here, it's a new plaid. Because we did plaid on the other side, okay, so this is the new one. What's this one called? Woven Stripe Plaid. Don't know that it's enough to do, but we could do just a little bit of a band on each end of our sign. This is really a pretty plaid. Okay, so I'm gonna flip it over again so you can see what we did on the other side. So on the other side we did the country woven plaid and the word harvest. And we did this in a ton of colors. We did it in Cadet, Storm, Curry, which is like the harvest shimmer, only it was not a shimmer. Copper shimmer, Curry, Cadet, Storm, Copper shimmer, is what we did the plaid in. And then we did pumpkin pie, which is not called pumpkin pie anymore. Papaya. It's called papaya now. It's the same color, but it's called papaya. We did papaya for the letters. That's how we did the harvest word. Now, on the flip side, we've taken the same exact transfer, we've cut it apart, and we've spelled out the words Easter. And I think we just stick with the white. So I like the plaid on the other side, and we could do the same plaid, but that's so boring. Why not put it? And we have this pretty new one, right? Let's use our pretty new one. All right, so I'm gonna open this up, and we just wanna do a little band on the end. Okay, this turned out really cute. Like, sometimes I surprise myself, but I'm like, I like it even more than I thought it was good. I mean, I never make anything that before I make it, I'm thinking, I'm not gonna like that, right? That would be silly. All right, so just gonna do a little tiny band. I'm not even gonna take, I'm gonna be lazy and I'm not even gonna take the whole transfer off the backer sheet because we're not using very much of it. Can you see? I'll move it here in a second so that you can see what we're doing. I wanna go the other way with it. All right, I'm gonna move you again. Sorry, I know if you're getting seasick, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm just taking the band because we just want a little bit of it. Okay, I think I'm straight. Yep, I'm straight, and I'm just sealing it down. And then we're gonna flip the board over and we're gonna do the same exact thing on the other side. And I think that it's just going to be a nice little element. We could do mini buffalo plaid. I mean, there's so many different pattern transfers that you could do this with. There's really no shortage of options. Oh, I'm going to, see, I should never use this because I'm really going to like this plaid. Oh, y'all know how I feel about plaid. Oh my goodness, I love it. Because you do these in one direction and then you flip it over and you do it in the other direction and you get these beautiful patterns and it's like so cool. So this product takes somebody like myself who has zero artistic ability whatsoever, and it gives me the feeling of satisfaction of knowing, oh my goodness, I made that. And I really, in fact, I had a girlfriend here today and she's like, oh, you can just, you know, take a chalk pen, and she wanted me to, we were personalizing a sign for her. She's like, oh, you can just write that on there. And I laughed out loud at her. I'm like, you don't understand. People think you're artistic. No, I'm crafty. There is a difference. Now, not always a difference, right? There's some people that are crafty and artistic. It's just not me. No, it's not me at all. So I did laugh at her. Set this aside because we need it. We're gonna flip. Ding dong. I'm gonna steal that ding dong. Well, she probably copyrighted it. I can't steal her ding dong. But oh my goodness, this? I'm gonna hold you up. Maybe that way you can see the whole board. All right, so see, not me, the board. See how we have the plaid, and then we have happy. That did not work, Maria. Sorry. So maybe I should just stick to creating and figure out cameraing later. All right, so we're gonna do the same exact thing on the other end. Sorry if I made you seasick. Oh my gosh, people. Oh, I love it when it works out better. And I gotta tell you, when I hit the live button, I was making this board completely differently than I am making it now. So it's even more exciting that it's turning out. Originally, I was gonna go vertically, but it's horizontal on the other side. Maybe, oh, see, this is the problem. I make this stuff thinking I'm gonna put that in there for the raffle. And then I like it. And then I don't want it, because this sat on my mantle for a long, long time last year. And then I like it. And then I'm like, oh, well, I'll make them a different board. It's a problem. My husband said to me today, maybe we could, you know, clean some stuff out. Really? He married the wrong woman. I am trying to clean out crafting supplies though. All right, so, hello, Miss Kara. Okay, Kara, I'm not making Easter because it's Easter. I'm making Easter because it says harvest on the other side, and we're using the same exact letters from the same exact transfer to say Easter, proving once again that our signs are double-sided and our transfers can be used in ways other than the way they were originally intended. Goofy. I honestly was thinking that the end could be like the end of an eraser. Yes, it could totally. Hello, Miss Kara. Hello, Miss Virginia. Welcome, everybody. I love it when you guys talk to me when I'm craft, so I know there's a couple of you out there being silent, and that's okay. You can be silent all you want, but I do really enjoy it when you talk to me. Because in case you didn't notice, I'm starving for people to talk to. That's how I feel sometimes. Could you please be my friend? Please, please. Okay, so we're just doing the exact opposite on the other side of the board, so it's going to have the two ends. And then I will attempt to show this big board to you. I will take a picture of it in the morning on my mantle so that you can see the whole shebang. It's much easier, obviously, with the size of this board to do it that way. But I gotta tell you, peeps, we have outdone ourselves. So I did get the go-ahead this evening from, you know, the CEO of the company, my husband, to go back to having craft nights. So I am going to plan, Miss Virginia, because if you're still out there, Miss Virginia, I'm going to plan a craft night. So if you're local to me, I do craft nights a couple different ways. Sometimes we do a specific project and you can sign up for that project, and sometimes we do an open craft night where you can come and just use my stuff. I will put that information in the Making Maria Crafty community, so if you're not in that crafty community and you're interested in actually trying this product out, you're going to want to get in the crafty community. And you can come and add me and I'll send you the link, or you can message me, or you can put in your search bar Making Maria's Crafty Community and find it that way. But it is a fun night. We've done them a couple different ways. They're usually during the week for like 2 hours, and you can come and craft, and you can use my squeegees and my transfers and my surfaces. People, we really did a great job on this sign. I did get a little bit of chalk. Ooh, don't throw your brand new transfer on the floor, Maria. Did get a little bit of chalk, but because this board is painted, it's really easy to get it off. If it was stained, it wouldn't be as easy, but painted boards are easy peasy to get it off. Ugh. All right, I'm gonna attempt to show this to you. I honestly don't know if it's gonna work. So this week we are doing all things porch, leaner signs, vertical signs, horizontal signs, big one-word type signs. Because the Make It Monday bundle involved a bunch of transfers, many of which are retired that I have, that make porch leaner signs or big word signs. So on this one, we have harvest on one side. We really did a good job on this. Okay. So you can almost see the whole board. Almost. Oh, if I lean really far back, you can almost see the whole board. With the country woven plaid in many, many colors behind it. But then on this side, we did Easter, Happy Easter. Oh, you're not going to be able to see the whole thing. And then we did a little bit, go this way, maybe it's easier. So then we did the little bit of plaid. Maybe if I got out of the way, I could push it back farther. Let's try that. I want to stick my finger in white chalk. All right, let's try this. Can I stick it back here farther? Can you see it? Oh, you can't. Darn it all. All right, let's, oh, you know what? Don't fall. I'm going to move you again. Hang on. Let's see if this helps. You're like getting all the dirty, gory details. There, almost. You can almost see it all. I know it's crooked. Oh, it's so close to being able to see it all. But what you're missing is the other band on this side. Can you see that? I don't think you can see that. Oops. No, you can't. Sorry. It's a really long board. So I will take a picture of it tomorrow because I gotta tell you, peeps, this is phenomenal. We have done an amazing job. Absolutely amazing job. It looks, so this happy is from Happy Halloween. Easter is the letters from Harvest on the other side. So one transfer, two completely different seasons, one board, and obviously you have, you know, you have to have a happy, or we've used some background transfers to create the designs. So that's what I got for you tonight. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you've had as much fun as I've had, because I've had a great time. I'll be back at you tomorrow night as we continue our little endeavor on to big word signs. So I hope you guys have a great day tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Have a great Thursday. And I'm Making Maria. If you have any questions or are interested in any of these transfers, you can message me directly, or you can see them in the Making Maria Crafty community. This particular transfer is long retired. However, I have one if somebody's interested in it. And it actually says Harvest. It has a pumpkin, a beautiful pumpkin on it. It has some really cool straw or hay elements to it, which I've set somewhere that I can't find. But it gives you the ability to also spell out Easter. Hey, Miss Debbie. I thought I slept through Christmas for a minute. No. The other side of the board, Debbie says Harvest, and we took the same exact transfer and spelled out the word Easter with a happy in front of it. So one transfer, two different seasons. I know, right? Who's making Easter in August? But it worked, right? And now I don't have to store two signs. I have one sign. All right, I'm hanging up because I'm rambling, and we all know what that means when Maria starts to ramble. So I hope you have a great night, and thank you for hanging out with me. I always appreciate it, not only when you hang out with me, but when you chat with me. So thanks, guys. See ya.